What's up, John?
How you doing, Burgess?
Pretty good. Another week, another Tuesday.
Another banger. It is Thursday this time.
It's not, it's Tuesday.
Oh, you're right. It's Tuesday. Thursday, we have Unpopular L talking about reflex studios.
That's true.
Right? Dude.
Yeah. How's your Tuesday, though? What did you do today?
Oh, man. So I went and I bought some lights. I'm doing a little bit of redecorating. Got my living room repainted and bought a new little chandelier. Basically doing house stuff. Made dinner. Whipped up something nice. What about you? How was your
It was pretty boring again. Just was drilling holes and taping some stuff. But then I came home and made some dinner with my family. It was better. We had spaghetti and meatballs tonight. It was delicious. It was delicious.
That's fantastic. Do you make your own meatballs?
I have before. I actually prefer it. I mean, obviously, always get your own meat, but tonight, no. We just went the cheap route. Freaking shit's been so expensive lately. We're just trying to save money. So
yeah, no,
totally no homemade meatballs today. But
I don't know what my kids would do if I did make homemade meatballs. I think they'd lose their mind.
What do you mean? You don't know how?
I don't think that they have. I don't think they've had that. Like, not like American style, just like red
You should
sauce.
definitely do it. No, do like Italian style. Just get like a big meatball and just get like a tub of marinara and just dump it on it. Just be like, just eat it. Just eat it.
Yeah.
Just go to town. So that's protein right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do a little bit of promotional stuff, and then let's bring up our amazing guest and talk about his amazing project. Maybe learn a little bit more about him. I'll start out. If you look up there, Web3 Breakfast. I just promote these guys because I go and listen to them every single day. J Chains, Turbo made it, and 74K. When he comes around, freaking. If you like morning shows and you want to laugh and feel good in the morning, check them out. They're on Twitter. They're usually streaming on YouTube, and you'll laugh your ass off. It's about crypto and it's about life. And as a grunt, you'll meet a bunch of great people. So check them out. Who's next on the slide? Oh yeah, I'll give Crypto Chips IO, our sponsor of the channel. Give them a little shout out. Go check them out. They have a bunch of sweet merch, including the sweatshirt. He just made us a sweet logo for our stream. So we're going to do a little bit of rebranding soon. It's going to be amazing. And then hopefully we can come out with some stuff of our own. John, you want to do some? Oh, no, I got to do one more. I got to do a little shout out to my goons too, because I love them and they're my community, and I cannot wait till everything's released. And hell yeah, there's one of them, ICNFTs. He's my bro. I cannot wait until all of them are released and we have our 3D files and we get to get in Blender and have some fun, and we get to get into games, do all that fun stuff. And then also, if you haven't already, buy Tomorrow Coin. It's not a meme coin. It's a community coin that I helped found and I back and support. It's not a rug. We need to stop investing into rugs and all that bullshit and stuff on Solana that's trash. So come invest in it tomorrow and don't get rugged. Check us out.
But not financial advice, and do your own
Not financial advice. Do your own research, but I recommend it.
All right, and then I've got a couple up here. Basically, we got a QR code that's from XC. It's got the cheapest fees in trading. I get like $5 if you sign up through XC. So if you have any interest in trading, make an account there. It is questionable. You need to know. Some people say it's an unregulated exchange, and KuCoin has some FUD right now. So be careful. Invest carefully. Don't lose your bag.
Don't invest in KuCoin.
Yeah, well, people would trade
Don't
on
do
it.
that.
You know what I mean? So it's like a surprise for some people.
Get your money off of them and go to Mexi and make a profile with John.
and make sure that you hold the majority of all your crypto in your own custody, cold storage, and your own wallets. Do not hold it on exchanges. But okay, and then the last couple things is that I'm a part of the JPEG Empire team, and so I had to give a shout out to JPEG Empire. So everybody in our community, I appreciate you. Everybody that's not in our community, but that's in all of the other communities that we support, like the one we're about to talk to right now, right? And I have to give a huge shout out to Angel Finance, because we had an excellent time talking to the commander the other day. And
Yes,
we
sir.
had an announcement in the Discord that they did something super awesome for the whole JPEG Empire. If you're not sure, hop into our Discord and check it out. But we appreciate that. And man, I'm excited to talk to the professor, man. I've like talked to him, seen him like around the space for like quite some time, but like this was the first time I saw his beautiful face. And now you guys get to.
I'm kind of new learning about the whole Out of Runners project, but from what I found, I'm really excited for like the future and what he has planned for like others. Not only like I can tell the games are quality, so I know that the thing he'll provide or they'll provide for other people is going to be amazing. So without further ado, let's bring up our guest. Boom, Professor Z.
Hey, good to be
What
here.
up, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. Excited to be on here. I'm an old guy, so this is getting close to my bedtime, man.
Yeah, well, Luke Creativity is the late night show, so thank you for taking the time to be with us. We know that not everyone can, but we appreciate the people that come out and support us, and we can support them. So thank you.
Yeah, happy to be here.
For sure.
I was gonna say we picked this time because it's when the kiddos are about to go to sleep, right?
That's true
and then
too.
Dad can play, right? So that's what's up.
Yes, sir. That's true.
Thank you so much for coming on. So like, you're here with us today. Like, tell us a little bit about your background, my dude. Like, what is your life? Where did you come from? How'd you get here?
That is a good question. So I started my crypto journey, back in, I want to say January of 21. I was down in Maxwell Air Force Base down in Alabama. I was down at my third tech school, and someone in there in my class was really big on crypto, and that's like all he talked about. So the more he talked about it, the more I got interested in it. I started doing my own, investigation, started looking into things, and I came across Cardano. And the more I looked at Cardano, I was like, man, okay, I kind of like what's going on here. So started investing. I started mainly on like the DeFi side first, and then I discovered NFTs, and then I discovered the NFT communities. And the more and more I got into it, I was like, man, this is awesome. One of the first projects I got into was Lazy Llamas, and I met Osiris Green. So big shout out to him. He kind of took me under his wing. He was a community manager over there, and he brought me on as a mod. I kind of started my journey there because one big thing about me that people might not know is I love helping people. It's always been a passion of mine. That's why I was a teacher for a while, and it was a lot of fun. And from there I went to be a mod for him over at his project, which is Ancient Dragon Alliance. And a dream of mine had always been to start my own project, because I feel like, I always got ideas, always got things bouncing around. And Bovke, who's my co-founder, he approached me with this idea. And we're kind of around the same age. So he was like, you remember arcades? I was like, yeah, I remember arcades. Had a blast in arcades, I was like, the youth, that's what we did. We always went to arcades. We spent hours there battling against friends, trying to get those high scores. And he was like, what if we brought that to Web3? And I was like, dude, like, this is genius. So that's how it all started. And here we are today. And we're having a lot of fun. We got a lot that we're building in the background that, we're just waiting to release. It's a lot of fun. It's a good time. But that's kind of how I got to where I'm at today. And yeah, it's been a fun journey, and I'm really excited for what the future has too.
Yeah. John, so I think before we get too deep, we got to do our segment where we ask the questions that we ask everyone on Luke Creativity.
Yeah, man. So I
So-
hope
Yeah, I hope you prepared. This is a hard test. There's only 2
Yeah.
questions, and if you fail,
All right.
pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Well, John, let's start with you. Start with your question. Let it rip.
Same one I ask a lot of people. This is one of my favorite questions because I'm passionate about it. Gets me worked up and excited. You know, it's what I wake up for. Like literally, without this, I would die. So my question is, you could eat anything. What would you be eating right now? And where are you going to eat that food? Whatever it is, wherever in the world.
Oh man. So like, if I could eat anything
The
right
one
now,
thing, like the
Thing.
one
Yeah.
thing.
It's like you can fly there to eat this, right? And then you can also tell us what your dessert would be. And you can fly somewhere else for that, like whatever it is.
Hmm.
And where are you
that's
going?
kind of a tough question. Let me think.
This is so that way in the bull run we'll know how to schmooze you when we need a favor. You know what I mean? When everybody's got a little bit of extra liquidity, we'll be like, hey yo.
So
Professor
I will say, like, I love Mexican food, which is
Ooh.
which is weird because I have a
not
German
weird.
and
not
Irish
weird.
background,
Mm-mm.
and
No,
we don't handle heat very well.
Like,
But I love Mexican food, so like going somewhere to get like authentic Mexican food would be amazing. Because I live in the States. They claim sometimes authentic Mexican food, just like they claim authentic food all the time. But going somewhere to get like authentic Mexican food would be absolutely amazing. And then I will say, so I spent some time in Belgium, and the beer over there in Belgium, if you have not had Belgian beer, oh my gosh, that beer is amazing. They got some amazing desserts out there. Like, so I would go get authentic Mexican food, and then I would fly over to Belgium and get beer and some desserts. So there you go.
I like that. That's a full complete meal. So that
Yeah.
counts. We'll fit
Yeah, you
it all
gotta
into
have it.
one. I love that.
Gotta have it.
Okay. I almost thought John froze right there. Oh no. You're good. You're
no,
good.
no. I
You're
was
good.
just really still.
All right. Question number 2. And I asked this one because I always like to roast John because he's a movie buff, and I'm not gonna talk about the movies he hates this time, but he's like, yes.
Or like, don't, please don't. I'll have to get on my soapbox.
anyways, if you were to give your favorite movie, what would it be?
My favorite movie of like all time.
Yeah,
Or
it
just
could be
like
a series too. It could be like a trilogy series, one movie.
I mean,
What is it?
the one movie I seem like I always fall back to, it's got to be Shawshank Redemption.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like that
that's-
movie. Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. Boondock Saints, those are another ones there I like too.
Nice.
But yeah, definitely Shawshank Redemption. I mean, the storyline, everything with it is just absolutely amazing. Plus, you got Morgan Freeman in there, and like, I love Morgan Freeman. That dude's voice is magical.
It is gold.
Yeah.
Golden.
I have another question. I see you have a jersey hanging up.
Yep.
What is it? 20. What is it?
So
What's your favorite?
I got to point to it here. There we go.
I know. I have the same problem. The freaking camera's like inverted, and you gotta
Yeah.
do stuff opposite and shit.
So that one is David Freese from the St. Louis Cardinals. I was lucky enough to know somebody who was on a team with him after he left the Cardinals. So like I sent my jersey, my hat, and he signed it like the 2011 World Series MVP, stuff like that. So I was able to get that hanging up. And then I have another one right there. That's actually my cousin's from when he played on the Colorado Rockies. He
Nice.
played in the major leagues for 12 years. I've got a jersey for every team he was on. I just haven't gotten around to get them all hung up yet.
That's awesome. I love that.
Love that. So you're a big football guy.
Big football
baseball.
guy.
Baseball. My bad. That's exactly.
Yeah, no,
what I
all
did.
good. All good. But yeah, big baseball.
That's
I
funny.
should have known that. Cardinals.
Yep.
Anyways, let's get off of sports for John. Let's talk about a little bit of your project. Freaking Adrunners. Wait. You have one more. I'm sorry. I'm always rude. I'm always trying to jump into stuff, and John's like, no, stop.
No.
It's cool. It's cool.
We flip flop. Okay, but my question is, Professor Z, like, what are your favorite video games, man? Like, are you a gamer, bro?
Yes.
Like, what is it that you
That's
like?
true.
What was like I guess the pinnacle of your like gaming and like console wise, and like what was like you were like, ah.
So Super Nintendo, like absolutely loved it. Mario, Zelda, like all those games, right? Played them all the time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that was another one of my favorite. That was my go-to in the arcade, was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. Absolutely love those. Like nowadays, it's more like Call of Duty, NBA 2K, games like that. But man, those old school games, I absolutely love them, which is something phenomenal about our project is that, we're bringing back some of those old school games. Like we've got a few up on our platform right now, and we're building custom games now for different projects. And yeah, it's awesome because I'm doing something that I love, like those old school arcade games. So, it makes it fun.
All right, so now, Burgess, we'll get
Wait, one more question, John.
No, I love it. Hit it.
We're not going to jump into it. Okay, this is what we have to make it fair, because we come on and we like ask some random ass questions to these people, right? What's your question for us? If you're gonna ask us a question, what would it be?
Okay, so now I gotta ask y'all a question. All right.
Yeah.
I come unprepared because I didn't have questions for you guys. I was expecting to answer questions.
See, that's what makes this fun, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I want to hear y'all's favorite food. You asked me mine, what I would eat. I want to hear y'all's now.
Oh man.
So who wants to go first?
All right. So, like right now in Kentucky, right? There is, in specifically Richmond, Kentucky, there's a place called Thai Smile. And they make some Thai food. It's really good. I would get pad see ew and crab rangoon. Because I just love Thai food, because a lot of the stuff that you get there, like it's going to be lighter. You're going to have your meat. And if you want it to be spicy, like if I'm sweating, then like that's what I like. Like I like for all of my sinuses to be like cleared out, and for me to be, you know what I mean, a little bit, that I'm gonna have to like change my shirt because of what I ate. You know what I mean?
Freaking funny.
Not my pants, but my shirt. Yeah. And then I would say like dessert wise, like like I just love me a like hot brownie, or like hot lava cake with like vanilla ice cream on top. Like if you throw some like nuts and stuff on there, like cool. But like hot chocolate lava cake, vanilla ice cream, and a spoon, like I'll eat the whole thing. I won't even share. Or put it on a chocolate chip cookie. Yeah, I'm not like, yeah, I'm easy.
There you go.
All right, so I'm a bougie ass person. So I would say beef Wellington. And then like a full plate would be like mashed potatoes and some green beans, because I like that shit a lot too.
There you go.
And then I think if the ultimate dessert, if I was to eat the last dessert of my life, it would definitely be ice cream. It would be a waffle cone with chocolate chip ice cream and butter pecan ice cream.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
Slapper. All right. So now let's get in the project, John. Let's get in the project, John. Let's do it.
All right.
I'm gonna bring up the NFTs. So I messed up. I'll bring up the NFTs so everyone can see them.
Oh, there we go.
Boom. Boom, boom. Which I love these things, John.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you, but I love the art on these things. I first of all want to just know who did the art.
That was Arcada. He's actually a personal friend of Boki's. They're both over in Spain, but they've known each other for a while. So we got pretty lucky with that. But we do have some pretty awesome traits, some awesome 101s. Like I'd have to go back and look, but I think we still have 10 101s that didn't come out during the mint. During our first phase. So, we had 20 total that we had planned for the first 4K. And 10 of them came out. I'm lucky enough. I got one. I had to buy mine off secondary, but I got Leonardo. We have all the Ninja Turtles, by the way. So I was lucky enough to buy Leonardo. I had to have one. It was like destiny. But yeah, we've got some pretty awesome traits for sure.
Hell yeah.
So ProfessorZ, how can we get your artists to help us by making us a Ada Runners 1-of-1 with our bosses mint? Because that would be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean the easiest way would be to open a ticket and we would tag him in there. He's not very active, but if we ever need something, Boki usually just sends him a text and he'll hop on Discord pretty quick. But yeah, we can definitely work something out with that. He's creating a lot of the artwork for our custom games that we're building. But right now we're kind of in a lull because we got 2 of the partner games done, and we have a few more that we got one that's in development, but that artist is working on the artwork for that. Then we got 2 others that are in development, not ready for the artwork yet. So Arcada, he's actually kind of in a lull right now. So you might be able to do something like that.
Oh man, that'd be sick. Yeah, we just need one.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, dude, that's sick. And then, so before the stream, which I don't know if, yeah, I think I'll just leave this to Burgess maybe on that one. I was going to talk about the games.
Oh, I was gonna pull up I was gonna try to pull up the roadmap first and just let everyone know where the project's at right now, because they've actually reached some milestones of their planning and everything. They're right in the middle of what they've planned out so far. So I was gonna pull that up too. It's so annoying. I don't know why it does that. You have to reshare. StreamYard, if you hear me, which I know you don't, you just made something for people to see. It's not the best sometimes for presentation because you have to re-click a bunch of things all the time. Anyways, we're at phase 3. Play to earn. Let's hear a little bit about that. They have games out. This is a little review. They have some games out. And we're at the play to earn stage. So let's hear a little bit of background on that. What can you give us on that?
Yeah, so right now we got 3 of our games out. We have 3 more still planned that are going to be strictly Ada Runners themed, the 3 games we have out. And then we have all our partner games that we're building. The play to earn infrastructure, that's going to be when our staking goes live, which should be here very soon. We had talked to the dev team about 2 days ago, and they said they're pretty close to kind of being done, which is our staking hubs, which are keys, which were the first things we were giving out, which was only 300 of them. They'll unlock the staking hub, and then you can put your runners in there. You'll have different options for how long you can stake. So you could do 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month. And if you do a month, you'll get the higher amount of rewards. And basically what you'll do is in that staking hub, depending on what color it is, so you have gold, silver, and bronze. Gold will have 8 different levels, bronze will have 5, silver will have 5, bronze will have 3. So when you're kind of in that hub with your runners, you kind of work as a team. The more you play these games, the more points you earn, the faster and higher that your staking hub levels up. Now, the thing about that is once you hit that high amount on your staking levels, that doesn't mean it's just going to stay that way. If the people in your hub don't play the games, it can drop back down. But the higher it goes, the higher rewards you'll get in quarter and some of the other partner coins that we already have that will go out to the people staking in our hubs as well. So that's the play to earn feature of it. phase 3 and 4 kind of go together because we can't really do staking until quarter is live. And that's really close as well. We've got everything submitted to get the token launched. It's just getting it launched and then airdrop to our holders and all that fun stuff. So
Sick.
that's where we're at.
Sweet.
So you touched on staking. So the staking is going to be locked staking, right? As opposed to liquid staking? Because you said you could take the times, so it's physically locked?
Yeah, but not for like a long period of time. Like you have those options, and the longest it'll ever be locked is a month. And then, yeah, so once you hit that month, it unlocks. You can move to a different staking hub, stay in that staking hub or whatnot. But like if you decide, you could unlock and leave early if you want, but you'll forfeit some of your rewards.
Okay. And then is there is there a way that you can do it like reoccurring to where it like auto restarts the staking?
We don't have that feature planned or built in yet, but it is something we've mulled around. We're kind of going to see how everything goes first, and then kind of see what tweaks and changes we can make along the way. That's something that we're very happy about, is that, we're very fluid with how we do things. Just because like some of our games, when we release them, people are like, oh, I don't like this. Like we got a lot of feedback on the Pac-Man game when we released that. So we sent in some stuff to the devs and we're like, hey, can y'all change this or make these small changes? And they came back pretty quick, made the changes, and it was live and people were happy. So it's like, just because we have something out there, we're not very like, this is how it's going to be, this is how it's going to be. We listen to the community, we listen to our investors, and if they want something different, if the majority wants something different, then we're more than happy to see if it's possible and possibly pivot that way. But I feel like that's how any project is successful, is keeping your holders happy.
No, absolutely, and just that communication with everybody going on there. Now, the only reason I asked that is because that was like a recent upgrade or implementation with the like ADA PPOS staking. They just like relatively recently, like that was a change that they made. So that was the only reason I was wondering. I thought that was an interesting take because we are working out how we're going to do staking in the future and all kinds of stuff. So like all these, that was why that question.
Yeah.
Alley-oop.
So, sorry, John.
No, you're good.
You go.
I was alley-ooping it to you.
Oh, you're alley-ooping it to me?
Yeah.
So I know like that's kind of like your short-term goals, the play to earn, the quarter. Do you have any long-term goals as of right now that you're planning on working on somewhat soon?
Yeah, so our biggest one is being basically an arcade game provider. We want to be the go-to Web3 arcade. We're not like Cardano is our foundation, but just because Cardano is our foundation, if a project from Ethereum, project from Matic, or any of these other chains reach out and like, hey, could we possibly build a game on your platform? Hey, we're open for it. And I will say real quick, I know like I've been kind of quiet these past few weeks. I've had some personal things going on. I'm more than happy to touch on it. Me and my wife are getting divorced, so it's like a whole big thing. But as you can see, I'm kind of in my own place now. I got my stuff up on the walls. I'm kind of getting back to my normal self. So making that comeback, I'm gonna be more gonna be out there a lot more now, back doing spaces and stuff. But our long term, we want to be just the go-to source for arcade games in Web3. That's just how we want it. Because go ahead.
Sorry, I have a question in like relation to that. So, I'm really into a NFT project on Solana, the Goons, and I'm gonna get 3D files and IP to that. Could I possibly like have you take those files and make a game for me, like a 2D type arcade game with those files, and do that type of art the same as the Goons art? Yeah,
we can incorporate like NFTs designs into the games. Our artist, it might not be 100% that design, because our artist is actually creating like the artwork and stuff for these custom games. Like if you look at the tweet we sent out for the inmate game, the preview of that, or even the pictures that Hansel released of his son playing the game, you'll see like it has a lot of their features, but the NFT itself doesn't quite look like an inmate, but it has like the orange jumpsuit. The guards have the blue uniform. It has the shanks. It's got batons, like all those kind of weapons. It's got, inmate logos all over the game. Like, we can do stuff like that very easily. It does take some time to develop because our developer, he develops all the games kind of from the ground up, kind of codes them in his own way and everything. It's pretty freaking impressive, to be honest with you.
I don't get how any of that stuff really works, like doing it myself. Like, I've tried to learn it, and it's just I feel like it's a whole lot of repetition. I just got bored as hell after like 10 minutes.
Well, like, going from the first video we saw of the inmate game, which was just blocks moving around, to what we have today, it's just like, it's mind-blowing. Because when he first sent us the preview, in my head, I'm like, okay, how is this going to translate to characters running around and fighting? And then we got to the point where the game is done, and I'm like, holy crap. Like, I played it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is phenomenal. This is incredible. Even Hansel loved it. Like, and that, if you know Hansel, that's awesome, because I mean, that dude, he knows his stuff, and he was very happy with the game. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see it all come together. But yeah, that's just crazy. But yeah, if you want to do a game like that, we're more than happy to talk, and we can definitely get something working there.
That's super cool. I know John said something earlier about some junkie, maybe like doing like a junkie type game even too. What were you saying, John? Let's get like some specific thoughts from your brain, Mr. Councilman.
No, I was not saying anything concrete about anything. I was just saying that
it's ideas. It's ideas. It's ideas.
It's like a game. You all do gaming as a service, like creating games as a service. And so I was saying that, like, we mint out and we did really well. That's definitely something that we could look into actually producing for our community, and that you all allowed for like the incorporation of like some of the community like cultures and ideas to be like infused into those games. I definitely think it's a super smart business model and way of going about it. But the question that I was going to ask you is, you touched on that there were 3 other games that you're building, and I was going to say, can you talk about who that you're building those games for, or is that still in the back burner? You can't do that yet because mentioned 2, and I knew about the inmates. That was super awesome. I've seen some sneak peeks, and we as JPEG Empire are now a part of the Shankpad, or working with the Shankpad, and so like we've had some good candid conversations with Hansel. He's really good at candid conversations.
Yeah.
So it's I was just gonna ask who those other people.
Yeah. So we have Inmates and Bank. Those 2 games are basically done at this point. Bank sent some feedback of some things they wanted to see changed, so we're making those changes. Risk, I saw that one pop up. Risk is another one. They've got a lot going on right now, so that's something that's on the back burner, but it will be done. And then we have Cardano Croc Club. That'll be another one that we build. And then Hops on Cardano, that we're going to be building a game for them. I know Unforgettable. Yeah, I know Unforgettable pretty well. I know Moose pretty well. Known them for a while. I'm a Rhizome holder in that project, and they're an official partner of Ada Runners, and I'm looking forward to their mint. They have their mint coming up here this week. So, if you haven't checked out Hops, go check out Hops. But we're building a game for them.
We're about to have Moose on our show in the future, right?
No, it's Ryan. Unforgettable.
Oh, we're about to have Ryan. We're about to have Unforgettable.
I do
my
want to
mistake.
have Moose on the show. No. I do want to have Moose on the show as well. But Ryan will be on, or Unforgettable will be on I think it's the 18th of April.
Nice. Yeah, he's an awesome dude, and what he's building over there is absolutely incredible. I'm excited for it. Being a Rhizome holder, I actually got to. Well, actually, I can't talk. Never mind. You didn't hear any of that. I don't know what I can say. So I I just like
Don't say
I
too
have
much.
so much.
Don't get in trouble.
Yeah, I have so much info, but I don't know what I can say about things. So it's like sometimes I get talking, and then I'm like, wait a second, I better stop.
It's so funny. It was funny. I earlier on in my when I owned a goon, I remember I used to try to tell everyone, and I was like, did you read the white paper? Did you read all the information that they like put out? And I swear to God, degens don't read. Because if you read all that stuff, you're like, wow, they're gonna be doing a whole bunch of stuff. And I remember I used to preach to like all these people, like, yo, go check this out. This is the actual alpha and all this stuff. And I remember like this one founder of another project stepped into a chat I was in, and it was just like, yo, chill, just worry about the art and let's stop talking about it. And I was like, copy that. Stop talking about it.
Oh gosh, that's
dude,
funny.
Seji says spill the beans. Spill the beans. Oh no.
Oh, John, we're both trying to click at the same time.
Oh gosh, but yeah, so those are the other three that we're building. We're also building a Pokemon style game for Evolutions.
That's cool.
Yeah, so but their game isn't going to be based on our platform. It's going to be based on theirs, which is fine. We're happy to build games like that, but we are building a game for them. Which that game is actually, we're done with it. We're just waiting for the artwork to come in from their artist, and then that game will be ready to launch. It's a pretty cool game. I saw some previews of it from our dev 2 days ago, and yeah, it's a pretty cool game that he built for them. But yeah, that game is basically done too. So, you know, we've had other projects reach out too, and you know, we're happy to do things like this, and we're partnered with ShankPad. So if you know projects use ShankPad, it is something that's offered through ShankPad as well. So if you haven't looked into ShankPad, I'm just saying, people go check out ShankPad.
I definitely highly recommend it. JPEG Empire is using ShankPad as well. So we're in partnership with the inmates and ShankPad. And we got a Geeky bot in our Discord. So if you don't have a G5 bot, if you don't have a G5 bot, get one in your Discord. They're definitely worth it.
Have you been saying it wrong this whole goddamn time?
No. But we say Geefy just like all the time. It's just like what we just say it.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
One sec, guys. Okay, before we get in too deep about any other stuff, I do want to give a little game demo for everyone real quick so they can see like the quality of games that they make. So here's like a little Ativation, right?
Mm-hmm. Ativation, yeah.
Ativation. I can't speak or read.
Oh, you're good. That name is still in works. We're gonna have the community kind of pick a different name for that game.
Okay, I gotta refresh the page real quick.
Yeah, we have that one. We got pinball as well, which is awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I'll show them. I'll show them that game too.
Dude, ProfessorZ, listen. When are you all gonna make?
It's a pretty good quality game, and it's hard. It's all the games are hard mode, honestly. I noticed.
It's awesome though.
Yeah, but you can. It's really smooth. And
oh.
Aw, I got trapped.
Yeah.
But yeah, do a little demo of that real quick, and then we do have the Bumper Runners game. I'll refresh it just in case it does the weird thing it just did again.
But yeah, ProfessorZ, when are you all?
Yeah, like all kinds of different types of games. Sorry, John.
No, Cattle Daddy game. You need to make a Cattle Daddy game and then dedicate it to Charles Hoskins.
I wasn't watching.
I mean, that's a good idea. We haven't thought about that, but that's a pretty good idea.
Cattle Daddy game, and then the main character Charles Hoskins.
Yeah, I like that. I like it.
But he can make all kinds of different types of games, as you guys can see. It's like 2D. This is like 3D-ish, you know? Like I'm sure it's made in a 3D environment. So.
Yep. And then if you look on our Twitter, inmates, you'll see the preview for their game, and then the bank game. I'm not going to drop too much info on that just yet until they give that green light that we can really start talking about what that game's going to be. But it's a fun game too. I got to play a preview of that one too. But Yeah, I mean, we've got so much cooking in the background. It's a lot of fun, and now that I've got a lot of my stuff handled and getting back to normal, people are gonna start seeing me back to what I used to do, spaces all the time, jumping on streams, having a good old time.
I love that. I love that. I love hearing that you're back in the circle. I'm new to
Yep.
the space, so I don't know anyone. So that's why I'm talking to a bunch of people. But
Yeah.
it is nice to hear that you're back and you're in the loop again.
Oh yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
time.
man.
Both you
Bull
held down the fort.
Bull market. So
I
it's
know,
only up,
bull market.
up and right, up and to the right. That's all we got left for like a
There we
year and a
go.
half. Really
Yep.
cash in, pack those bags, and then we'll see what goes on.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, we are in for some really, really exciting months, and I cannot wait.
Yep. I'm excited. It's a good time. Like, it's becoming bull when more and more people that are starting to talk about crypto that don't really ever talk about crypto. And it's like, hey, now you're catching on to like what I'm about. Like, let's go.
I got a story for you guys. It was kind of ridiculous. So I'm in a fantasy football chat, and it's with a bunch of people from my high school, right? And I don't really talk to most of them anymore because they're kind of douchebags. But besides the point, I literally texted them today and was like, hey, make sure you invest now. If you plan to invest, don't be someone's pretty much liquidity, right? And just if you need any help, hit me up type thing, just trying to be like a helping hand, just to like lend out like, hey, I know you're from my past. If you actually have interest, hit me up. And I did it like back in December, literally right before the like market pumped. And I was like, yo, if you need help, let me know. And then Bitcoin went off and I said it again. And I remember the guy that was in charge of the group responded, and it was like, just a reminder, this is about fantasy football. And I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah.
bro, chill. Like, people have talked about other things in the past. It's mostly about football, but like, dude, I sent one text. That was it. And you're like, so I just was like, yeah, when I'm trying to help people, I'll use any outlet I can, whatever. And then some other person hearted that. I was like,
but the crazy part of all that's going to be is when, because crypto is still in the younger stages of its life. So as it starts to mature more and become more and more popular, people who used to laugh at it and be like, oh, that's nothing, are going to be like, holy crap, I wish I would have got in earlier. Like a lot of us do with Bitcoin. It's like, man, I wish I would have gotten to Bitcoin back in like 2009. And, so it's like, people are going to miss the boat, but, it is what it is.
The thing that's crazy too, like for example, just gonna reference the NFT that I'm into. It's based like, if you can do gaming stuff with it in the future, this group of people would have thought that's so cool. Like, you get to have your own like personalized 1-on-1 3D figure that you get to have in any game that you get to play in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And I would share that world with them, but no, they want to be quiet and just follow in line apparently, but whatever. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to do show. Me and John do this every Tuesday and Thursday.
There you go.
Just to like try to talk to people. What is this?
That's what you got to do, man. It's word of mouth. And talking about games real quick, one big thing that we were happy with. So if you know what Risk is about and what Bank's about, they're big gaming projects. Like, they're building a massive game, each project is. And one thing, like, because I've known Ultimate Warrior for a long time. He helped me a lot when I was doing my YouTube channel, like just give me advice here and there on what to do. So I've known him a lot through my crypto journey too, which has been awesome. But like, one thing he talks about in every space is gaming, right? Gaming is going to be huge in this bull run. There's so many projects that are building games, and people are getting more and more like clicked on to, holy crap, like this could be really big. And we were happy that we were able to carve out our own little niche, right? Because a lot of these projects are building big games that could, I think, compete to console and computer games. But what we're building that arcade fun. We're building those, like, if you got 5 to 10 minutes before you got to go to work or something like that, and you just want to relax for a second, play a quick game, we offer that. And it's really cool because we partnered with these projects. Inmates was our first partner, but we've partnered with these projects who are building some games, and it's cool to see where, like back in the old days where it used to be, oh no, this project's better than this project and all that tribalism. Now you're seeing these communities coming together. So it's really cool to have those backs. People like have your back on different things, and these projects backing each other. It's really cool to see, and I'm very happy with kind of where the space is going. You still have, people causing drama and stuff, but overall, there's a lot of solid people, and it's just kind of cool to see all these projects coming together, working together to make the space better.
I have a question. So for marketing towards normal type people that aren't really into Web3, have you guys thought about that at all, trying to onboard those types of people? And maybe this can be the gateway for them to like find crypto and maybe, understand it in a different light at all? Have you thought about like any of that?
We have. We've been exploring ideas because our goal is to bring Web 2 to Web 3 with arcade games. That's what we want to do. And you get a lot of people who play games. I've discovered more and more people like are in my age group. I'm 35. I'm about to be 36. A lot of people in my age group who have those memories of going to the arcade. And like I still got friends who I used to compete with games, right? So if having these games that people have these memories of who might not be in crypto, we could be like, oh, hey, check us out. Come play these games. Come have a good time. That opens that door to, oh, what is Cardano? Or, oh, what's these other projects that I see these games about? And it kind of, sucks people in, and they start down that rabbit hole. And it's really cool because, a lot of us are around where we can help these people just coming in. So, and with the bull run coming up, that's when you always see that influx of people. And it's really cool because you have all these projects who've been around who are now like working together to help weed out potential rug pulls and scammers and stuff like that. So yeah, I feel like we kind of have that option at hand, but we do want to solidify a very solid plan to be able to really implement that, because there is an awesome gateway there for sure.
So what about like mobile games, for example? Like, have you thought about making like a really addicting type mobile game that you can then, because in my opinion, I hate this about the gaming like sphere with Web3 is a lot of people are trying to build things around tokenomics, but I feel like it's more about trying to build a game that's addicting, and who cares about any of the crypto part? You like just bring that back in the back door, and then people gain an understanding,
Yep.
Have you thought about like mobile at all?
Oh yeah, that's in our plans. Our plan is to have our platform go mobile to where people can play the games on mobile as well. Right now we're at the stage where we want to make sure, like, that's probably a couple years down the road, but we do have plans to transition to mobile eventually and have that as an option. We have a dev that we've talked to that has experience working on mobile things that could potentially do that for us. So, we have that option at bay. It's just, we want to make sure our platform is out there. We want to make sure all of our games are working. And then once we're at that point, we can be like, all right, cool. Let's try to work on mobile now and try to get these games available on the mobile devices where people can play them on the go.
Nice. I love that.
That's really awesome. And like, I love to hear that. Like, people need to be thinking in Web3 about like the Web2 thing. Like, Web2 is massive. Normies are accustomed to Web2. And the only way that we're going to get the attention of everybody to like come here and see what like the theology is, like what the philosophy is over here about self-custody and self-sovereignty, is literally through that.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
So I know you kind of talked about before also that, I know Cardano is your favorite blockchain, and we all know it's a great blockchain. But if you were to go build on other blockchains and maybe provide games for other people in other spaces, what blockchains do you prefer, and what do you think will make it?
Matic. I feel like Matic's a pretty good one. It's still kind of in the younger stages and kind of still in like what the early Cardano stage is what I've heard it referred to, where you have that tribalism. But if you look at projects like Risk, they're already branching out that way. They already have another project, Nacho Finance, that's on the Polygon network. So it's like, I feel like Matic's a good one. I've dabbled a little bit over there, and they do have some pretty solid communities. Another one, kind of looking at is Vet Chain.
Yeah, that's a really good chain.
Yeah. Our game developer actually has knowledge of that chain and experience over there. And then of course Solana, as long as it stays on, so
Yeah.
the running joke.
Dude, honestly, I have been thinking about it a lot, and it's like there's an entity out there that's trying to shut it down.
Yeah.
Like that's what it feels like. Why, like how are so many people just making this trash and doing this and getting away with it? I don't know. I feel like someone needs to shut it down or something. There needs to be people that, or gatekeep at least some sort of way so that they don't freaking destroy everything for everyone.
Yeah,
like they're gonna destroy everything. I don't know. I liked it for like the beginning because it wasn't overkill, but now I can't even get my transaction out of a goddamn wormhole. So
yeah,
goddamn.
I never dabbled in Solana. I'm kind of glad I didn't without everything going on, but we're ADA Runners. Our name is ADA Runners, but we're open to Web3. We know the quality of Web3. We know what Web3 is going to provide in the future. So it's like, just because we're called ADA Runners doesn't necessarily mean we're just going to stay on Cardano. Like we want to build games for all of Web3. So, for sure.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that, because I think that's really the future in all of this is everyone working together, actually, and like all of the trains intertwining, because you can't have a monopoly. People, you can't be a maxi. That's not real.
Yep.
There will be several, and they will work together, and that's how it will be. So that's how you should think about it in my mind. I don't know.
I'm that same way.
Yeah, if you don't think that way, you're a little bit behind you might be a little bit middle curve, guys.
But that's exciting, dude. I minted some of the ADA Runners right at mint, so I was excited about it. It was interesting. I felt like there was like a lot of hype, and then the market was weird.
Yeah.
And then secretly the whole time in the background, you all were just building, and then I was just hearing all this stuff. I was like, dude, like I'm glad I did that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we were able to have one game out before we even minted. We formed partnerships with Inmates, Cardano Croc Club, Risk, and Bank before we even got to our mint. And already have plans to build those games. And then actually during our mint, while our mint was ongoing, we dropped another game. So it was kind of cool to be able to do all that, like before mint and also while minting. So it's, we're at a really, really good point where, we have more than enough funds to do kind of what we want to do right now, have all of our games out. But like, it's not one of those like, oh man, like we still have to raise all these funds to get all these games out. No, we're already producing all these games because we already have the funds and already have these games paid for. So it's like we're good to go.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. That you don't hear that everywhere. A lot of people out there are like, they're really like leaning on the fact that they need to mint out and they need to have successful, that whole process be successful, or they're kind of screwed,
Yeah.
So I'm glad that your project's sitting pretty right now and is ready to rock and roll right at the primo point.
Yeah, we still have 4,000 runners to mint, but like, we're not in any rush to do that. We're waiting, like, because everybody knows the bull market's coming back. I mean, look at the way the prices have been going on crypto. It's eventually going to trickle down to NFTs. That's just how it always works. So, we're waiting for all that to hit back before we even think about minting again. So, like, we're in no rush to do anything. But, our keys are still out there. Runners are still out there. Just people know keys. You'll get a couple runners airdrop to you whenever we officially mint out. We have enough we're going to set enough aside for that, but we've got a lot coming. And it's really cool to be able to develop all this without minting our full collection. So
Yeah, I'm really excited for you guys' future.
yeah,
I'm really excited.
The full collection minting out is going to allow us to do even more of what we want to do in the future. So it's really cool. It's really exciting to be in this kind of position where we have those opportunities.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's kind of where we're at. We got most everything pretty much together for building, but if we mint out, we have so much more we can do.
Yeah.
Going online. I mean, it's huge, but you all have a solid business plan. Like, you all, as a service for all these other projects, your target audience is not like the retail consumer necessarily. It's the other projects.
Yep.
That are trying to build utility for their community. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool.
Did you expect you would be here in crypto like this, just a little bit before you got to this place?
When I first started my crypto journey, I don't think I did. But as I got into NFTs and started discovering more and more about projects and like those solid projects that actually deliver things and do things for the community, is like I wanted to be a founder because I love helping people, and I feel like giving this kind of service where we have all these games gives people an outlet, right? Because talking about mental health just a little bit, not everybody communicates what they have going on up in their head, right? Yeah. Not everybody talks about it, but giving an outlet where they could just go blow off steam, where they're just focused on something just themselves and kind of blocking out everything else, is kind of cool to have, because it gives people that outlet. And if that's what we're able to do, awesome. I absolutely love that. I've struggled with things before. I've struggled with depression, anxiety, stuff like that. I'm not afraid to talk about it, but being able to provide service where people can come play a fun game for 5 to 10 minutes, if they have 5 to 10 minutes, I absolutely love that. And we've gotten some awesome feedback about people who are like, oh man, I love this because it just kind of lets me blow off some steam and have some fun playing games from my childhood. And it's just it's really cool to be able to provide something like that, for sure.
I love that you do talk about that, to be honest, because mental health is really important. And I feel like a lot of people don't talk about what's going on, and they don't have people to talk about. So they have different outlets and all this stuff. I also love the movement. I don't know if you've heard a lot of them, but a lot of the spaces that crypto NFT founders are having, or other just people in crypto, they're mental health based, and they're talking to people about just how you feel, because they know that there's a lot of people alone in this,
Yep.
and they don't know how to talk to their family about what they're interested in anymore. They don't know. It could be a wide range of things, but there's a whole space of people that are providing this mental health stuff. And it's really important that you even talk about that, playing games and having a place to come to play games, and a community that is playing the games with you just to talk about, that's very healing and soothing to people. And I think that's really important. I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. And I've always been one of those where if people want to vent, hey, hit me up my DMs. I'm more than happy to talk. I've gone through a few things in my life. I feel like a lot of people have. They just don't talk about it. So, I've always said, I would much rather a friend come cry on my shoulder than carry his casket. So it's just one of those things.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yep.
Hell yeah. So, John, do you have any more questions for our man, Professor Z? We're coming up on the hour.
Yeah, we are coming up on the hour. Only question I have is listen, man, you got to get Ultimate up here. You got to tell him, hey, come chat with these dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell him about what's going on, Spill the beans, man.
Yeah, they got a lot going on over there. It's pretty cool. I know he's been pretty busy lately with different things, but he's one, he likes to talk. So, I'm sure if you reached out to him, he'd be more than happy. Him and Johnny both would be more than happy to set something up like this.
Yeah, man. It's on my to-do list. I gotta make it happen.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta make it happen. But Ada runners, dude. I think I'm gonna actually play like the next couple hours. I'm gonna start playing, or the next hour. I'm gonna play some of these games. Honestly, are you already? Is there already like a leaderboard and everything? Like, can I get up
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, so we have an overall leaderboard for each game, where you can like it basically every time you play the game, your score just adds up. But then we also have the weekly leaderboard where that resets every week for every game. So you have those options too. And then if you go into your profile, it'll actually show you like your high score for each game too. So that's something else that's pretty cool.
And that is going to be like super sick, especially like in the future. If you can like you got to talk to the inmates about this, right? This is just what came up to my mind, right? With ShankPad. But so like if you could integrate the Giphy bot with those games, then you could have like a whole situation where every community in their Discord is playing those games for the like community like payouts. Like every community has their games and then they give something away. It's like whoever gets high score on Ada Invasion, you know what I mean? Or Invader, like they get the payout. I mean, that'd be sick.
That's not a bad idea. I kind of like that.
I'm telling you, make it happen. Get the EP in there, dude.
Need to talk to Hansel.
Yeah. Tell Hansel this is the plan. And I need my cut. You got to pay me for it.
There we go.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Professor Z, for coming on the show. Yeah. Everyone, go check out Ada Runners. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Go check out Ada Runners. Go check out Professor Z on Twitter. Go check out all the games. Your website is adarunners.io, and that's runners with a Z, not an S.
Yes.
And go check out those games to make an account. Get your rank up.
There you go.
Get ready for the future. Get ready for the token launch.
We'll see you on the leaderboard.
Yes, sir.
Yep. I do appreciate y'all having me on here. It was a good time. Yeah. Hey, I'm always happy to come back. So if y'all ever want me back, just let me know.
For sure.
I'm down.
Dude, sure.
We
offer
back.
that. We offer. Yeah. Yeah, we offer that to everyone. So like, if you have like new things you want to talk about, we definitely want you back. If you have some new stuff that you want to talk about with your life, you're more than welcome back. So
sounds good.
Just let us know.
You guys are awesome. I had a great time.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you so much. Yeah. All right, John. Another successful show.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. I want you to see my name on the leaderboard. Dude.
What is it?
I mean, I'm going to put it on there. It's probably going to be, the John Carter. But I'm saying I'm going to try to get it up there. I'm going to get it up high, so you have to look up at it,
I know. You're going to get really addicted to those games. And, Seji's talking shit. Where's your tie, John?
Oh, jeez.
Where's your tie, you Mr. Boss Man?
I know.
What's this shit?
Coming up.
Thanks for calling him out, Seji.
Motherfucker. Yeah, man.
God damn it, John. You motherfucker.
Yeah, I know. I dropped the ball. Dude, we'll see. Honestly, I don't think I put one for the earlier stream either. Yeah, I am dropping the ball here lately.
It's okay. Some days I wear sweats. Okay, I wear a sweatsuit to stream every single time. So if anyone needs to like refigure out their shit, it's me, I guess. You always have a collar at least.
Yeah, that's true. But hopefully soon we'll have some CryptoChips.io merch for Luke Creativity, and then I'll have a CryptoChips.io sweater, shirt. We'll see. Maybe we'll have polos. Like, I mean, what's good? Like, let's see what's up.
Some golf shirts, some golf attire. I like to
golf. Dude. I like to golf too.
We're gonna have some maybe like Blue Creativity golf tees and maybe some golf balls. Who knows?
Dude, be sick. I mean, I don't know if you've been seeing them, but like, there's like a bunch of jokes about SNEC condoms. Like, there's
SNEC
the
condoms.
SNEC drinks,
that's gonna be a thing. Condoms. If there's a joke about it, it's probably gonna be a thing. There's probably someone manufacturing that shit just ready just to print some freaking blue condoms. blue
Yeah,
and
man.
yellow condoms.
Actually, fun story off topic, but little stores around my where I live, they've had these boxes of condoms out for free lately. And then so I went to the store the other day and asked the lady, I was like, damn,
Okay.
it must be getting out of hand, huh? Now y'all are trying to make sure they're not anymore, right? Everybody's worried
Jesus.
about it. Too many kids. I get you. I feel you.
You can always count on John for making a really random ass joke with someone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But thanks everybody for coming on. This was an amazing stream. Make sure to pick up some ADA runners. Get your bags together before the bull run, right?
Yes.
Play some games. Get on the leaderboard.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone that came out and watched us again. We appreciate you all. We're very young, but we're seeming to be doing a pretty good job. So we appreciate you. We hope to see you on Thursday for our next show. I think I'm going to post up the schedule when I get a chance. When I'm at work, maybe on my lunch tomorrow or something. But we have a full month booked out, and I think maybe a week or something on top of that. I'm really excited to start talking about some Algorand projects. We're going to be diving into some different Algorand projects. We're going to be doing a couple more gaming projects. Yeah, we're going to have Cassius Cuvée, the rapper, on stream for him to melt our brains about crypto, because he's way more intelligent than us. But he's also an amazing rapper, so that's also cool as hell too. So
yeah, I'm excited for the intro video on that one.
Yeah, if we do anything special, we got to try or something. But anyways, thank you everyone for coming out. We're Loot Creativity. Have a good night. We love you.
Good night, everybody. Thank you, guys.